You still go?
Freezing.
Do you know that's the worst thing? Because you can't think when you're cold. Or can you?
I can think when I'm cold.
My mind goes when I'm
I
cold.
can't think when I'm hot.
Whoa, what the heck?
I don't like the heat.
That's crazy.
Mm.
Yeah, when I'm hot, easy. You could put me in an oven, I'll be able to think straight. When
You know
I'm
what's
cold
mad?
though.
Do you know what's so crazy? Nobody asked about our temperature.
Sorry about that.
How funny.
I was going on to. I think
Sorry
I'm
about
gonna start. I'm gonna start filming videos on my channel again.
Oh, nice. What kind of videos?
I really should have just stuck to that, and I would have stuck.
Have you noticed me and you don't stick to anything? We don't
even stick to this.
We literally can't stick to anything. But I was saying this in my video earlier. One thing me and you have learned over the last few years is, with something like I Like Me,
consistency
just
is
stick
key.
to it. Just keep going, even if things put you off or they're not going as fast. Just keep going, man. It's the most important thing. Just
that
don't
is
stop.
super important. Do you know what? If it's one thing that we've regretted in every venture we've done, is stopping.
And we've done a lot of bloody ventures.
We've done loads.
Some of them are so cringy.
Like what?
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Okay, the title of this email is Husband Won't Put Out, brackets, sex. Salam Sid and Dina, my husband
Why'd you
and I
whisper that?
have been married for 5 years this year. We have a baby together, alhamdulillah. We had an arranged marriage, but during the courting period we would talk and sort of fell in love. My husband during this time had been very loving in his messages and calls. He used to know how to express his love for me. Closer to marriage, we even used to do sexting in anticipation of being together one day. After marriage, we had a good sex life. We used to do it often, even though we would argue. I would like to mention that he has never made me orgasm. The amount of times...
Why am I such a child?
What? You're literally a child. It's getting unbearable now. Stop
What?
it. We're professionals on this channel.
Yes, carry on.
The amount of times we would do it has also been going down past the first year of marriage. I've told him what I like in bed, but he often takes it as an attack on his abilities to please me. He doesn't try to learn or change what we do that I tell him I need. Besides trying new positions
This is super awkward.
and lasting longer, over the years the sex frequency is now at 5 times a year. And that is when I initiate. That is when I initiate and put my ego aside if he rejects me or tries to change the subject. He knows my love language is physical touch and his is acts of service. He shows me love by doing things for me or by getting me food I would like. I, however, show him love in his love language. I have told him that physical touch is how I want him to express his love. I just need his touch, but he says that he is too tired or not in the mood or the baby will wake up soon, or he feels guilty for not being able to make me orgasm. He says that he can't be like other men who just use their wives for their own pleasure. So he feels it's more convenient to just pleasure himself by watching porn and getting it done within a few minutes, rather than initiate something with me that I might be too tired for. I have told him that is not an issue for me and that I would prefer we don't resort to haram things. But after these conversations, nothing changes and we both end up taking care of ourselves in our own ways. I don't know how often I can keep putting my ego aside to initiate sex and seduce him when I keep getting rejected. Keep getting rejected with excuses or arguments. He is the best father and husband in all other aspects. I don't think I am wrong in needing my husband for sexual needs. I know he would never cheat on me or that he is not attracted to me. I know he is. Any advice is appreciated on how to get past this, as we are already feeling like an old married couple. He has always used the giving of physical touch as a reward and punishment thing in our relationship since the beginning. Although now I think it has just become a habit for him to not give any touch to me unless I specifically ask for it. And even then he makes a big show of it as if he doesn't want to do it in a joking manner. But it honestly hurts my feelings. When he is happy with me, he always asks if I need a hug from him or rolls his eyes if I ask for a kiss. I just need him to willingly give me physical touch and for him to satisfy his needs with me rather than resorting to haram outlets. That's actually quite sad, you know. You seem to be adamant that he is attracted to you. Because anybody else would read that and the first thing I thought of off the bat was...
The first thing I thought of that as well.
He's just not attracted to you.
Yeah.
But you are saying that you know he is. So obviously there's other things there.
Which she said.
She said, I know it's not that he's not attracted to me. I know he is attracted.
Is that because he said that to you?
But the thing is, at the end of the day, she is going to know. She is going to know. And it might be other underlying things. And I think this is what it is. I think it's a number of things. I think, number one, he's never been able to satisfy you, and he knows that, and he can't be asked trying to satisfy you.
He can't be asked.
He can't be asked because he's afraid of failure, and like his ego's probably a bit hurt. Number two, he's become addicted to sorting himself out. The feeling of that. It's like what you said in the email. He can sort himself out in probably a few seconds, whereas with you, it's going to take a bit longer and a whole load more effort even to sort himself out. He's gotten used to pleasuring himself, and sometimes when you're in that mood, you just can't be asked with all the faff, right? Of doing it together. It is a faff. It's a faff.
It's not faff. See, my love language is physical touch.
Yeah. So this is like, it's
I
not
will
faff, it's
I will
fun.
tell you that. It's fun. It's not a faff.
This is like, it's the best activity in the world.
It's literally the best activity in the world. I swear to God. It honestly is. Like, how can you say it's not? Like, for sure.
He doesn't.
Five times a year? Let me work out the flipping percent, like, the ratio that's going on there. There's 12 months in a year.
It's less than once every 2 months.
5 times.
It's once every 2 months, but then once every 3 months at some point.
You've got to be exaggerating. It can't be 5 times in a year. That's mental. I'm surprised it hasn't fallen off.
Wait, what? His hand?
No.
What
His hand. Yes, it's fucking hand.
What hasn't fallen off? What did you say?
That's a good point.
What
His
is-
hand. I'm surprised his hand hasn't fallen off.
His hand or his willy?
Either one.
Why would his willy fall off? He hasn't been doing it.
Yeah, his hand.
But
Definitely
he's
his
been doing it
hand.
with his hands. Okay, all jokes aside now, this is someone's life. Okay? Stop it now. Put yourself together.
I gotta pull myself
These are real issues people are dealing with.
No.
Wait, I have a good point.
Oh, go
Really important point. What you said at the end of the email was, I don't think I'm wrong for wanting, a husband who touches me, basically, wants to have sex. You're right. That's like, you deserve that in a marriage, and you shouldn't feel like it's too much to ask, especially when you're getting it 5 times a year. That's
What's your love language?
acts of service
Shit.
and quality time.
So
No, wait.
So
Acts of service and quality time.
So
Doing
Okay.
doing fun things together, but not that kind of fun. Other fun things.
So
in order to get to that kind of fun.
So I know what you're going through, and it's difficult. It's a mad one.
Well,
I
'cause
wish there was a badge like people would carry around and go, physical touch? Yeah, physical. Yeah, okay, cool, come. Good, let's do that.
Or at least have mutual ones. Mutual love language.
Yeah.
See, all these things that I've learnt now, I wasn't even thinking about it when I was 24.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know it was a
I
thing.
was just like, oh, he's fucking fit.
I didn't even know.
Give me that for a man.
It's same.
But then we did actually fall in love, but obviously because there was no sex beforehand.
Yeah.
You can't learn this stuff until after marriage, and there's not a big problem, but this is a common issue with lots of couples, and it is something that you just have to really work through. And it's especially common in couples who didn't have sex before marriage, because how else are you going to know?
You got to get him off the porn. I know it's cringy as fuck, but you got to get him off that. Like, that's... Because then where is he going to go to get it? Obviously you. So that's like straight off the bat, like that has to stop.
But that's if
I
you're
don't know.
sure that he's attracted to you, because there is still a possibility here that he is just not attracted to you, but he does love you, and he's trying his best not to hurt your feelings.
This sounds like he's not attracted to you, but you saying he is, and
you know him.
You know him better than us, obviously.
Yeah.
So if he is attracted to you, it's literally him sorting himself out. That's the problem.
And it being quick, and
Yeah.
and maybe a little bit of fear of not being able to satisfy you.
But the satisfying stuff comes afterwards.
No, she hasn't been satisfied in 5 years.
But I'm saying he's found an outlet. So he's just I'll just do that.
Yeah.
Calm, I'll just do that. Fine.
Women also have a sex drive sometimes just as much as men or more. And the woman also needs to be pleased in the marriage. Like we think of it the other way around. We always think of it the other way around.
Yeah, we always do.
Oh,
And this is a perfect.
But him as well. He's probably got that stigma in the back of his head, like, because he's not giving it to her at all.
He's
So
probably thinking
in
in his head, well,
thinking-
she doesn't need it.
Yes, in the back of his head, even though she's telling him, he doesn't believe it.
Yeah.
But 5 times a year, doesn't that mean that when you do go to do it, it's like, wow, because it's been so long.
It's like, who the hell are you?
So it's like a new thing, isn't that fun?
That
Sometimes-
can't be fun, bro. That can't be fun. That's probably like.
But doesn't it reignite something? I don't know.
I doubt they even know what the hell they're doing.
What do you think she should do to get him to have an active sex life again?
I don't think there's any way around this except for giving him an ultimatum.
Yeah, give him an ultimatum. Maybe.
You're gonna have to give him an ultimatum. You're gonna have to say, listen, mate. Either you stop doing the porn and the 5-knuckle shuffling, or I'm out of here.
That's obviously
Literally.
as if you've exhausted all other options. Therapy too. Don't rule out therapy, mate.
5 times a year is mental. I keep thinking about the 5 times a year. And I just think that's mental. Like you should have stopped it when you should have given him ultimatum before that.
I think it's just happened in this last year.
Yeah.
I
So
think that's why.
okay. So it's if
You
it's,
know how quick a year can go by,
if
and
it's
before you know
that
it.
happened in the last year, then it can be saved. You give him an ultimatum. You tell him what you need.
And you present to him the steps that you're willing to take
Yeah,
forward.
yeah.
Let's go see a couples therapist.
Yeah, you can
a
do.
sex
Yeah,
therapist.
you can do all that.
You guys should go to a sex therapist.
Yeah, you can do all that shit. But at the end of the day, like, you can't be like. He can't be getting everything that he needs and you getting nothing.
True.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And if your thing is physical touch and you're not getting anything of it, what is the point in being in that relationship?
Yeah.
Like, what is the point in that? Okay, he gets all his acts of service that you're still doing, and then you get nothing in return. Allow that, man.
Yeah.
So-
See, it's hard work on both of you because your natural love language is not doing acts of service for someone, but you're putting in that effort. So he's getting that, but he equally needs to put in that effort with you.
Yeah.
Even if it's just once a week where you take time to explore intimacy, doesn't mean you're doing it, but just be intimate with one another. We've got the biggest clue ever. If his love language
Oh,
is
yeah.
acts of service,
Oh, what's he like with your child?
what's he like with your child?
Is he cuddly?
Is he cuddly? Does he show her affection? Does he, or him? Does he show the child kisses and cuddles and affection and gives the child all the hugs that he needs?
If he does, this
Then
is
he's
a
not
complete.
attracted to you.
This is an inkling. No, it's not about attraction. Then it's an inkling of where his mind space can be at with you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
well, that's the positive way to look at it. Yeah,
It's not like
but
allowed they're not attracted because it is a possibility, but we don't know that for sure. But like, if he's cuddly and everything, and
that means he
with
does
the
have it in
kid,
him.
Then he does have it in him. He's just being a dick.
He just
Like-
doesn't want to with you
like he
for
doesn't want
some
to.
reason.
Yeah.
So you need to get to the bottom of that reason, whether it be through therapy, whether it be you keep talking with him, you make a promise that you'll do this, and so then in turn he makes a promise that he'll do this, and you try that for a few months. If he's unwilling to make things work, then what have you got to work with? Nothing.
You've got nothing to work
You
with.
both have to be willing
Look,
to try the next thing. Then
Either
isn't it?
way, whether it's trying, not trying, blah blah blah, the thing that literally cuts your problem in half or even less is him stopping
The
watching
wanking.
porn and pleasing himself or
Yeah.
whatever. That not even half. That cuts like 3/4 of your job there, done.
Yes,
Because
yes.
where else is he supposed to get it?
Exactly.
Like, if you stop that, you're well on to way to solving this whole issue out. Like, that should stop straight away. You're saying he's a nice husband and blah blah blah. That's like manipulation hardcore, because he knows your thing is like being touchy feely.
Yeah, he does know because you've told him. You've really told him, and you've asked.
Yeah.
She has to ask. She has to literally be
So-
like, and she goes through being rejected as well.
Anyways, guys, we hope we gave you some good advice and good luck with all of this. It's quite tragic, but you know, I feel bad for you.
I think there's still a way. You know, you still haven't got any outside help or given him an ultimatum. You haven't. There's still loads that can be done, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, there's definitely loads going to be done.
There's saving. You can save it.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, We'll see
See you on the next video.
We'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully. Bye.
Or very soon.